If you'd like to buy FIFA 13 Ultimate Team coins, then visit cheapxboxfutcoins.yolasite.com or simply click on the link in the description for a fast and reliable purchase. Thanks and enjoy the video.
Hello and welcome to a Nation of Expert Gaming videos. Today we are going to be doing the question and answer video for Saturday, so if you've got any questions, put them in the comments below and they'll be on for next episode. So I'm going to try and answer as many as possible. I've got quite a few to be fair, so we're going to go straight through them. So from Xbox Ultimate Gamer 1, James, how good do you think I am at FIFA? This is from John Cena 1257. Basically this is one of my friends off Xbox. He kind of we play with him a couple of times. Is the one that gave us the giveaway stuff. So yeah, basically I would say you're a good attacker. You've definitely got the right amount of kind of ability to attack. Defending is your weaker option, I'd say, definitely. Whenever I play against you, I seem to break through your defense quite quickly. But attacking, you've definitely got that strong suit there. A lot of people like me are quite good at defending rather than attacking, which is kind of the opposite way around. So I'd say just work on the defending and getting the jockeying out a bit, and that's really it. So moving on to Robbie the Legend. Where would you see yourself in 5 years' time? I'm going to take this in a YouTube kind of way, as in not personal, because personally I'd have finished uni by then, so I'm not too sure. YouTube, I'd hope to be, I don't know, it depends how YouTube goes, because there's been talk about the whole buying the kind of subscriptions for the to watch every month to watch a channel. So with that, I don't know, purely because if that happens, that would be absolute crap, and I think that would ruin YouTube itself, because purely no one's gonna really buy, well, except for the big channels that can afford to do that. They're not gonna buy channels at all. But without that, I'd say I'd hope to have thought doing quite well over the, I would like to say over 10,000 subscribers, if that is possible, if we get that far. Obviously the first kind of milestone for us is 1,000. Once we get over that, or if we get over that, that would be really amazing to get that far. So that's what I want to see there. In 5 year time though, just doing normal videos. I'd like to think that I'm still doing videos, if anything. It's a good hobby to kind of get into, but really real life I'd have came out of uni for about 2 years now, so I'd say I'm quite settling down, and maybe even getting a house to myself, so that would be pretty cool to look at, maybe an apartment rather than a house, depending on whatever I'm doing after uni. Moving on to the next question that he gave us, it is, who is your FIFA commentator idol? So I've got a list here that obviously I've tried to narrow down to. The biggest one, I'd say, if I was going to pick one, would be MGH, purely because he's kind of like us, well, me in general, the kind of person that does the kind of videos, not just like one thing like Ultimate Team or career or one video. He does kind of narrow it down to kind of FIFA only, but it seems like he's doing a lot more kind of like football in general events, breakdowns, them kind of stuff, squad builders, upgrade videos, whereas I do like to do a lot of different games, obviously, but he's still a very good YouTuber, and I gotta admit, the rest are kind of just average. It sounds like Nepenthes, Calfreezy, A9 Skills is a really good one as well. Obviously he would be joint first nearly, and that's kind of where we're going with it. Really, Calfreezy, Nepenthes, all them don't really do it for me. They just seem all the same really to me. That's the one thing that I don't see, but it's probably because more A9 Skills and MGH come across differently. Like A9 Skills, he's kind of got that voice that you just want to listen to. Same with MGH, he sounds quite like radio type kind of person, so I think that's probably the biggest kind of idol to me. Moving on to the next question, Day Project Gamers question, are you mad? Yes. Ryan Wood asks, what would you like to see in FIFA 14? So this is a big one, and I have got a list. FIFA 14, handballs to increase. I'd say the system on that would be amazing to increase that, to kind of narrow it down to make it a bit better, rather than having to slide tackle and then maybe getting a handball then. I'd love to see handballs into the game. That'd be really good to kind of increase the realism of the game. More teams, I'd definitely say more teams, as many as they can, maybe even bring in the Blue Square Prem if that is possible for them. Also, Ultimate Team single player, that needs to come back, because that's just it. I gotta admit, I like the kind of way of the leagues, and I gotta admit I would use it, but when you've got a YouTuber who's making different squads, they're trying out different squads, they don't want to come up, if they've got a silver team, to come up against gold people. That's the biggest annoying thing ever. Yes, there is the kind of silver cup, but no one wants to go into the silver cup. They want to test them out against different things, so I definitely say single player is the biggest thing for me. Really, the rest, FIFA 13 is kind of covered, I'd say, just some minor tweaks. Favourite food and drink? Food would definitely be a KFC bucket. I love them so much. I devour them all to myself. And drink, obviously, Coke. Do you think Creation Centre is a great idea? Absolutely, it is an amazing idea, and I'd say it's underused in definitely every area. But a lot of people do use it, but I think it's very underused, and it's such a great tool to have. Moving on to my Belgian friend, Mr. Shirilov, I still can't pronounce their name. What is your most favourite moment on YouTube? Definitely partnership to start with. I'd say that's the biggest moment at the minute, but hopefully there will be more coming soon. 1,000 videos when that comes out, that will be a big one for me as well. That's going to be a very big one. What is your favourite team in the world? Obviously Manchester United. As you see, we have, wrong hand, good old Eric Cantona up there, and David Beckham, former Man U player, and obviously Jose Mourinho as well, they just came in a set of 3, so yeah, just got an itchy back. Which FIFA you like the most? I'd probably go for FIFA 13. It's got the most kind of like improvements to me, so I enjoy that quite a lot. Do you have a girlfriend? Yes, I do. When you start gaming, I start gaming on the Game Boy Color, so that's like, when I started I was like 5 or 6, and I'm 18 now, so you can kind of guess the years. It's a lot of years. Who is the best YouTube commentator? I would go, actually I think that's there we go, yeah, no, that's kind of like FIFA kind of related. That's MGH and all that, like that, like the question I just answered. But Mackenzie Hibbers asked this question: what YouTuber do you look up to? Nearly dropped my pad. This is different compared to the kind of commentator wise. I would have to say Syndicate, not for kind of like his commentaries or what he does, but more the fact of how far he's got and what he's made of his life. The fact that he's like 19, 20, whatever he is, I don't know how old he is, and yet he uses it as a full job. He's been in adverts, he's got this product after him, like sponsoring him. He's done the works, and he has made it for himself into like, he's took the risk, he's kind of dropped out of everything, and he's focused on that, and it's paid off for him at the minute, so I would definitely look up to him for that. Frosty the Snowman, what is your favourite Harlem Shake? I've got to say the Army one to begin with. There's been quite a few, and I've got to admit the Army one made me laugh quite a bit. And again, he said tits or ass. Tits, definitely. Who's this? Necrotrans. I'm going to just call it Necrotrans. Who is your favourite all-time United player? See, I'm not going to pick an old one, because I think the old players I never really saw, so I can't really look up to them. I can look up to their history and their records, but I can never really look up to them as a player, because I've never seen them like physically. So I've got 2 players I can't choose between them, and that is Wayne Rooney and Ronaldo. Ronaldo for being an absolute tank, and I just love the way he plays, and Rooney just because he is my favourite player, and I just enjoy watching him. He's a good player. Young people beats. How do you trade on a FIFA Ultimate Team? I don't. I really don't. I can't trade, so I just play games. That's how I make my money. And Funky Town to finish off. How much wood would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? Yes. Thank you. And I'll see you next time. Bye bye.